Hi, it's Miss Denise from Aaron Public Library, and welcome to Cuisine for Kiddos. Today, I have Amanda with me, my granddaughter. She's going to be my helper. And so today, we'll be making Cupcake S'mores. Amanda's going to show you what we'll need to do this recipe. All right. So our first thing was to make cupcakes. We made 24 chocolate cupcakes. This is what they look like when they're all finished. And these are the ones that we have ready to decorate. So we have already done half of the frosting recipe. So we'll show you what you will need for 12 cupcakes. Amanda, you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're going to need some graham crackers. And they're broken up into littler pieces. Some Hershey bars, also broken up into littler pieces. We will need 1 stick of butter that's been softened, 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, 7 ounces of marshmallow fluff, and about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we are ready to get started. Our hands are washed, our counter's been wiped off, and let's begin. All right, Amanda is going to show you what to do. She's going to add a cup of the confectioner's sugar to the softened butter, and she's going to mix it until it's creamed. That's good enough. And start it on slow because otherwise you'll have a cloud of powdered sugar. Real low. There you go, you're doing great. After it starts to mix up and get a little lumpy, then you can put it up a little higher. You can put it up 1 more, I think.
Yeah.
When it gets creamy, we're going to add the marshmallow fluff and the vanilla. This does take a while, but we wanted to show you the whole process. So while Amanda is doing this, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we'll use to put the frosting in when it's all finished. We're going to use a plastic bag with a little hole cut in the bottom to squeeze the frosting out. Now, we did have a plastic tip here, as you can see, which I used. If you don't have that, I would reinforce the plastic bag with a bit of tape where you cut it just to make sure that it doesn't pop open. And this was supposedly enough for 12 cupcakes, so I think we're going to have some frosting left over. It makes a lot, this recipe. Or if you really like the frosting, just pile it on those cupcakes, because it is good. There you can see it's really broken up, and this butter had been softened already, so you want to make sure the butter is soft or it will not cream with the sugar. Nearly there. This is a process. It does take a while. Can you see how it's getting lumpy now?
It's flying.
It's all right. It's just on the counter. We can clean it up. There. That's what we want it to look like. Can you tell the difference? Now the butter is creamed. All right. And so now we're ready to add. You want to step over here and do some mixing? There you go.
Whole thing?
This whole thing goes in. I'm going to start putting it in and you can start mixing. How's that?
With the spoon?
Yep, just with the spoon. This is marshmallow fluff, so it's kind of sticky otherwise, so we'll just use the spoon. If you don't like the taste of vanilla, although who doesn't like the taste of vanilla, you could add maybe some almond flavoring. Or if you just want it to taste really buttery, you could just leave it the way it is. Keep mixing. Oh, you're doing great.
It's on my hand.
Yeah, it gets everywhere. There's water in this sink with soap in it. You can wash your hands in a minute. And just a little bit more of the marshmallow fluff. I want to get all of it. It is sticky. We'll have a little mess to clean up when we're done. But we'll have good cupcakes to eat, so. There. Well, that looks pretty good. What do you think?
I think so.
Let's add a teaspoon of vanilla and keep mixing. I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay, there we go. Keep mixing.
It's a workout.
Is it mixed up?
I think so.
Well, that marshmallow fluff is really sticky.
Oh, I think it's good.
Have you got it?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So now we do still have some in here in our plastic bag with the hole cut at the bottom and the tip. And we're going to put a little bit more in.
It looks so good.
It is good. I sampled. Okay. And a good way to fill it is to put it in a glass and just put the edges down so that you don't spill it all over. That way it's much easier. And when you take it out, you want to push it down a bit and twist the bag so that it doesn't come out of the top. And just hold it with one hand and squeeze. Whoops. It's not coming out. We'll get it.
It's thick.
It is very thick. You know what? It was in the fridge. It got cold. That's why. Because it came out really easily on the practice ones. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try this. We'll plop it on and use a knife to frost. That works just as well. It's called improvise, right? The piping worked really well when it was room temperature. So we'll do a couple and then, oh yeah, those look just pretty, don't they?
There we go.
There we go. So let's decorate our cupcakes.
Oh.
and a piece of Hershey's chocolate. And here you have them. Hope you like this recipe. See you next time. Bye.